So I've been looking into this whole situation with Cenat being invited to the red carpet event with him and some of his friends, and I just been getting intuitive messages like when I run into like a little short video of the situation I've been running into, like intuitively been getting messages about this whole situation because I feel like a lot of people feel like Cenat has made it because he's been invited to the red carpet event, but it was like some drama going on and behind the scenes because like some of his friends, his friend streamers were not allowed. They were invited, but they were not allowed access um, into the actual event or whatever. So I just kind of found that strange or whatever. But I feel like um, there was a reason for that. So let me just get into it because like when I was watching the video, I was just like kind of like intuitive. I feel like this is a good thing that they are starting to invite Kai Cenat because I feel like he has a lot of pull or what not pull but like he has the youth attention. Okay. I feel like they are new. They're with the streamer university and all the streamers and things like that. That they are becoming a new sector of entertainment, and I feel like Castanet, y'all seen in the past the things that he's done. He has a lot of influence. Like when he does things or whatever and holds events or whatever the case may be, he has the youth is just pouring out like when he opened up that university, the streaming university, there were young people just like trying to sneak in and I mean everything that he does is just it affects the youth in a major way. There were children that were crying out there in tears because they could not get into the streamers university, and I just feel like they like Kai Cenat's name is being mentioned in rooms that he's not even in yet, and so I feel like the higher ups are testing the waters. They're testing the waters by inviting him because I feel like they are understanding what the streaming sector of the internet, and these millionaires that are becoming millionaires just by streaming, they understand that this is something that the youth is very captured by or whatever. So I kind of feel like both ways it's going to be a good thing and it's going to be a bad thing because I feel like they kind of want to test the waters and see if they can control and use these children as puppets, okay, because they have too much power. They got a lot of power. People are watching, celebrities are watching, people are tuning in all over the world just to see what these streamers got going on. And then there's the whole DDG. I'm not going to get into that. We're just going to focus on Castanet and his friends, okay. And there was this one of his friends, Talil, right? So Talil was invited as well to the red carpet event, but they did not let him he had trouble gaining access. I don't know, I came across a video where they were showing that he was invited or whatever, but he couldn't gain access like Castanet did, and I feel like they did that for a reason, right? Talil is in my opinion, like he's very real, very outspoken. Okay, these children are outspoken, like they've carved their own lane, basically, and so it's like it's their world. I don't know what their pockets look like, but I know the clout is major. These children are bringing in a lot of views and attention, as I said. But anyways, to get back to Talil, yeah, he couldn't get into he had trouble gaining access, and I feel like it's because he had his niece with him. Now, I don't want people to get it twisted or whatever, like I'm saying something about the little girl, something was wrong with her. She was so precious, right, in her little dress and dressed up, and that just speaks volumes to who Talil is. It's like he doesn't even have children, but this little girl was his niece, and he wanted to bring his niece on the red carpet so she can experience this experience with him. But I feel like that was one of the reasons why he was not able to really gain access, because I feel like the atmosphere there was just it's like that little girl was too it's like her aura is innocent, too innocent. And I feel like that was the reason, I feel like that was God, because the energy in Hollywood and all that stuff, like weird things that were going on, that people say that go on in Hollywood. I feel like that was the reason why he couldn't gain access. He had that little innocent girl with him, and her energy was too innocent. I feel like a lot of those people that bring their children there, those children have been through, you don't know what those children have been through. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was one of the things, the reasons why he couldn't gain access, because it was a big thing. It was just like, hey, you know what? Like, how in the hell can you be invited somewhere and then you can you having trouble gaining access? And then number two, I feel like this kind of sends a message to people that yeah, you can be invited somewhere or whatever, but are you gonna, I feel like the next time, I feel like he's gonna be invited to an event again, and I feel the next time he's gonna be invited to an event, I feel like it's gonna be more of a like it's more of an adult atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's not, there's not really many innocent children or people that's there, and I feel like he's gonna be asked to do something to enter the event that he's not gonna necessarily agree with, and I just feel like it's gonna be real small, like putting your cell phone away, because like he had cameras, they have cameras everywhere they go. I feel like there's going to be a certain event where they're going to say, hey, you know what, the camera, you can't have the cameras with you, or it may be like a situation where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to need to prick your finger or something weird. I'm not saying, I'm just feeling like it's going to be something weird that they're going to ask him to do, and he's going to be like, what, like, are you serious? Like, now I don't know if Cenat had to do anything, like that or whatever, because I feel like they want to use Cenat as a puppet. He has so much power and pull when it comes to influence that I feel like they're gonna try to use. They're gonna try to in such, in a subtle, sneaky way. So I really just want. Let me see real quick. Let me see if I can pull some cards with this whole energy about them inviting him and his friends to the red carpet event, and him only being able to gain access, and certain ones of his friends not. Cause that was crazy. Like, and I also feel like this is how they work or whatever. Like they're gonna try to isolate him from some of his friends, like the people he hang out with. Yeah, because that was kind of weird. Like they all were invited, but Cenat and only certain people. I think it was, what's that big dude name that with the, he had a little love show on dang, Drewski. Yeah, it's him and Drewski. And even you could tell like there was some things that they ran into backstage that was very weird, very freaking weird. So the Nine of Wands came out. Frustrated, defensive, anxious. Yeah, this was something that made Talil and them very anxious, even though it was a big event. It was just like, this was like, hey, this was delays. It was kind of like frustrating and disastrous. Three of Pentacles came out. Lack of courage, unreliable. Yeah, this was like unreliable. Like you get there and then like there's checkpoints and you're trying to figure out where you need to be and who stands here, who gets this, who comes. It just was a lot of confusion. I feel like stagnation, death in the reverse. Seven of Swords. I feel like it was a lot of sneakiness going on behind the scenes. Like, yeah, dishonesty, tactics, trickery. Okay, because ain't no way in the world, like, how you get invited somewhere and then you're not able to get in. Like, it just don't make sense. Like, yeah, the Seven of Swords came out. Guarding against deceit. So yeah, a lot of these people were just very like deceitful. Like, and also I kind of get that like this whole situation is like, once they're in Hollywood and they're used to hanging around, I feel like this is they get a taste of seeing what goes on behind the scenes and kind of realizing like that they really don't fit. Yes, the Empress card came out. Happiness, development, success. Even though they've gotten success and everything like that, or they feel like they're successful and reaching this height or whatever of being invited. Yeah, we're in Hollywood, we get to show off, we get to represent for the young people, but I feel like there's going to be this moment where they're like, oh no, this is like not, we don't fit in. So I feel like they're going to realize that and start to carve their own lane. Yeah, this is about control, stability, and security, protection. Yeah, they're going to begin to protect themselves from a lot of these things that's going on behind the scenes in Hollywood, and they're going to realize like, yeah, this ain't our cup of tea. Something's weird about it. Something's off. Because you got to understand that these young men they're going to be the new innovators. They're the future, right? So they're running the internet basically, and that's, people everywhere online, on the internet, and on their phone constantly. And yeah, I just kind of feel like they're going to carve their own lane. All right. There's going to be, the World card in reverse came out. Failures, imperfection, lack of fulfillment. Yeah, once they made it to Hollywood, it's like, this is what we waited on this whole time. Like, this is not fulfilling at all. Like, yeah, like they're gonna be like making it. They're gonna be making it known. Like these children, these young. I don't mean to call them children, but these young men and women, they're gonna be making it known that Hollywood is just a segment, or it's just an illusion of success. You don't need to hit Hollywood to have success. Okay. That's really how I take it with the World card. The Four of Wands came out. Celebration and stability and home and rest. Yeah, they're gonna make their own community. Yeah, they're gonna make their own stability in their own community. They're gonna feel like, hey, we don't need Hollywood. Now this might, I don't know, I get the feeling Ace of Swords logic. This is the logic they're gonna come up with and the clarity and insight. This is gonna be a breakthrough for them and other people that are following them. Because it's been like Hollywood, even with the fires and everything in Hollywood burning down, I just feel like these children or these young men and women, they're gonna be letting it be known like we can create our own community. They're gonna be making big steps to create their own community. Yeah, because they don't belong. Five of Pentacles, these in reverse, money regained after severe toil, determined, obstinate, assistance. These gifts in Five of Pentacles in reverse, feeling out in the cold after this whole situation, being invited to Hollywood and understanding, hey, this is weird. Something's weird going on. We don't fit. We're too real for Hollywood. Yeah, they're gonna be gaining perspective over this. They're gonna gain money. Yeah, their money that they're gaining over this, they're not gonna need Hollywood. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. They feel like dealing with Hollywood is a problem. It's in reverse. Insecurity is a failure. That they failed the community. They failed the young people. They've tricked everybody into believing that Hollywood is the ultimate fame. You've made it once you got on the red carpet. Yeah, this is not not for them. They don't fit in this lane, but I feel like that Hollywood is going to try and control these men or control these young people. And how is this going to turn out? Let me see. How is this going to turn out? This is gonna be aggressive, demanding, dramatic. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is not a good thing. I don't think this is a good thing being invited to events and trying to fit into Hollywood's cookie cutter image. A lot of these children, y'all, or a lot of these young folks are brown. Some of them are of European descent, but yeah, doesn't matter about colors. It says a tower in reverse. Continued oppression. Trapped. See, they don't want to be trapped in oppression. They want to have freedom. These children want to have freedom. These young people want to have freedom. They feel like Hollywood is controlled. The tower card came out in reverse. Yeah, they don't want to have a tower moment dealing with Hollywood. Yeah, carving their own lane, baby. They don't. What came out? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Frivolous setbacks, poverty. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Hierophant. The Hierophant in reverse. Traditions. Yeah, they're breaking old traditions. They're going to be breaking old traditions. Yeah. They're not going to be like this last generation that wanted to be accepted into Hollywood. And they were doing any and everything to be accepted and selling their souls and, compromising their beliefs. What else? Page of Swords in reverse. Frivolous, careless, defenseless. Ideas without actually gossip. It's too much gossip going on. These people gossip. They just sit around and gossip. Like they're very judgmental. Queen of Cups came out in reverse. Moody, withdrawn, insecure. Oh my God, these people are insecure and moody. Like, I seen this video where Cenat and one of his I keep forgetting his name. The big heavyset guy. They were sitting together and they were cracking jokes and making each other laugh because it's like these people are stiff. They're stiff. Like, I mean, ugh. The Ace of Pentacles came out. Prosperity, power, opportunity, minute. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna follow God. The Ace of Pentacles is money that God hands you from the sky. The man, Ace of Wands, will to create. They're gonna create more. Energy, inspiration, force, strength, and gain. Yeah, they're gonna follow the Most High. They're not gonna follow Hollywood in their disruptive ways and corrupt ways. I hate to tell y'all this. Like, a lot of people are applauding him for the accolades and everything like that. But this blessing that he's gained and these streamers, most of these streamers have gained, is from God. This is like God-given talent. Yeah. This is God-given talent. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to follow God. I seen Cenat talk about, he said something about Jesus being real. So he's going to be more open and honest about this because I feel like something he experienced, just this whole experience for him is an eye-opener. And I feel like we have not seen, there's some things we have not seen behind the scenes that's been going on. He's got people offering him things and he's trying, let me see what else comes out from Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles, a King of Pentacles in reverse. These people are materialistic and dull. He feels like they're corrupt, they're miserable, they're controlling. Oh my God. I don't feel like he's too fond of people that's in some of the people, some of the celebrities he met. He's not fond of these people. Eight of Pentacles come out. Yes, perseverance. He's gonna continue to work hard. Yes, him and his friends, Talil and those people that were invited, they're gonna continue to work hard with the Eight of Pentacles. Like Talil said, like, just work hard and keep your mouth shut. And I really agree with that. Yeah, when he couldn't gain access, it was like, oh, I see what it is now. I see what it is. It's like, yes, keep working hard. Like, yes, justice will be served. There's going to be justice, truth, clarity, eternal justice, and balance, and fairness, and accountability. That's the energy that they're walking in. That's what they're about. This corrupt way that Hollywood seems to run their business and their show, they're not about that. They're the total opposite. And a lot of people was cheering this situation on. And that's why I kind of was like, I don't, like, this is a good thing, but it's not a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing because it's going to change the direction in which people are going to see success. How they're going to feel about success. Memories, nostalgia with the Six of Cups. Pleasure after hardship. Yeah. Yes. The world is going to change their perspective. After all the hardship, pleasure after success. People are going to go for success with a new meaning. Because you could be at the pinnacle of your career and be on the red carpet and still not be fulfilled, still not have access. That's like a family member inviting you somewhere and then telling you, hey, sit on the sidelines. Like when you can't get in. Like, what's the point of him not being able to, like, what's the point of inviting his friends? His friends was invited and he was invited. And him and another friend only to be able to gain access, and all his other friends are standing on the outside looking at him. Yes, weakness, doubt, impatience, pettiness. That was very petty of them to do that. Which lets me know, like, this was something, like I said, the Seven of Swords was planned. They did that on purpose. Let me see, how did Cenat feel about this? His friends not be gaining access, showing up, looking all nice, and I mean, those kids were dressed to the nines, baby. Y'all see that suit that Cenat had on, and Talil had his little braids in? How does he feel about this? King of Wands in reverse. Intolerance, cruelty. He knows that this was cruel. He knows. He feels like the Seven of Cups came out. Desire and lust and vanity and wrath. He feels like these people are full of vanity, disarray, distractions. How you could be that distracted? This is supposed to be a controlled event. These people are vain. Four Cups in reverse. New approaches to old problems. I told you. There's going to be new approaches to this old ass problem. This is a problem that's been going on for years. They're going to approach this different. They're going to carve a new lane for themselves. Somebody let me know in the comments too, because I think I want to know about Cenat. Does he have a strong spiritual team? Does he have a strong spiritual team? I want to put some cards on that, because I think he Haitian, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody in the comments let me know, but I think Cenat is Haitian. Let me see what comes out when it comes to his spiritual team, because he's made a name for himself. I feel like he has a very strong spiritual team. Angels watching over him. Three of Cups, support, celebration. He has a lot of support. Joyful, friendship, society. The society that he's created for himself, they support him. They're friendly. Okay, he had a Ten of Wands in reverse. No burdens. They're not going to be a burden. Okay, King of Swords, fearless. Okay, his spiritual team is fearless. They come rushing in anytime he needs them. Yes, the King of Swords, skillful, brave, clever, represents rushing in, opening to communication, growth. They communicate with him. King of Cups came out, crafty, fierce, consideration, balance. Yes, these are all good cards. Queen of Swords, intelligent, graceful, observant, perspective. Okay, whoever he has around him, his spiritual team, okay, they know he's, okay, so the King, what is this? The Three of Swords came out. There's some pain and suffering, truth and separation, heartbreak. Is he going through a heartbreak or something? Is Cenat going through a heartbreak? About Seven of Pentacles, about planning, diligence, progress. Okay. Page of Cups, about a kid, a child, somebody young. Or was this when he was young? Is he thinking about his past or a child? Somebody young. King of Swords, malicious, plotting, harsh, severe, ruthless, manipulation. So it's a young man that's around him that he was like in the Three of Swords about, that was manipulating, ruthless, stuck, stalemate. Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's something he can't move on from. Yeah, well, he's having a hard time moving on from it. And then the Ten of Cups came out. Happiness. There's gonna be happiness with this situation. Family. Is this somebody in his family? Ten of Cups came out. Page of Wands, excitement, free spirited, love. This is him. He's free spirited. He ain't with all that. He ain't with all that BS and that strife and that arguing and manipulation. He's not with all that. He's like a child at heart. Page of Wands, courage, love of life. He's enthusiastic, discovery, like all the things that he's got going. Like that's Cenat. Like, so yeah, like I don't know what that is about, but yeah, he's free spirited. He's not with all of that. It's definitely not a heartbreak around a girl, but that would have came out. We don't really care about that. I'm not focusing on that. So we know he has a spiritual team. I just want to see here. Jealousy, Knight of Pentacles. This person is jealous of him. Knight of Cups, romantic, sensitive, graceful, poetic, moody, idealistic. Oh my goodness, I don't know. This is somebody, it's a male around him. Juggling, Two of Pentacles. Changing circumstances, argumentative. He wants to argue with this person, or this person has been trying to argue with him. He's unfulfilled. Whoever this person is unfulfilled, because the Nine of Cups came out in reverse. Unfulfilled, baby. I don't know. Cenat is dealing with a young man. It's argumentative, jealous, unfulfilled. Nine of Cups in reverse. Is this about money? A Pentacle? This is about stability. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Undecided. Yes. Suffocating, nagging. Somebody's nagging him about some pentacles. Some money. A Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Problem solving, insecure, slothness, instability. Yeah, somebody's around him is unstable. Spirit, what should he do? Let me put some clarifiers about this. I didn't even expect this to come out. I just wanted to talk about the red carpet event, but let me put some clarifiers when it comes to this. I don't want to get too deep in this business. Like, I really don't. It's just coming out in the cards, and I'm not, I mean, the Most High, yeah. The Most High card came out. He's protected by the Most High. He's going to remain positive. Friends, he has positive friends, but this one friend is a blockage. Yeah, but he's going to move forward. He's the GOAT. Y'all already know. This is future what? Release. He's going to release this friend or this person, this male. He's going to release this friend. He's going to keep pushing forward. Okay, his money's going to be flowing. Everything's going to be flowing in his life. He's a warrior, yes. He's brilliant. Brilliant card came out. Okay, the stuck card, but tested. Okay, so this was a test for him, for his foundation. Tested his foundation. Yeah, this tested his foundation. But he got creative. He got creative about the situation. And Spirit says that's the truth. The truth card came out. Aries. It could be an Aries. Balance came out, and the Deceit card came out. Yeah. Negative. Caution. Yeah, be cautious about this Aries and this negativity. That person must be an Aries. Okay, he's going to have new beginnings. With a Cancer friend. He came out. Destination. Well, he's going good places, and he's unstoppable. Unstoppable card came out. So yeah. Yes, I'm to be honest or whatever, I am biased when it comes to that. But I mean, Cenat, I don't know him personally, of course, but I like what he's doing. I like the I like where he's going with with the innovativeness. I like what came out in the reading, and as a person, I do feel like Castanet is a peaceful person. I don't know, maybe I know some people were saying like he talks about people that he's had on his stream, but who doesn't? Like, guys, like these celebrities be freaking weird. like, like, oh, he had somebody on the stream and he talked about them, but these were celebrities, right? So I don't know. Like, a lot of these celebrities be having gossip going on themselves. So, but I don't know. Yep. So with that, I'm gonna end this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and hit that like button and subscribe. It's free. If you don't subscribe, at least hit the like button. Okay. Have a good one.